For context, my ex-girlfriend, let's call her Emma, 26F, and I, 26M, were together for 9 years. We got together when we were 13 and broke things off when we were 22. We have been friends since first grade, grew up together, and our families became quite close, while our friendship circles were always intertwined at some point or another. We drifted in different directions as we got older, and we realized that what we wanted from our relationships was ultimately different. We no longer had romantic feelings for one another, so we decided we would be better off as friends, and the breakup was very amicable. Now to the issue. My fiancé, let's call her Sarah, 24F, and I have been together for almost 3 years. I proposed a few days ago, and we are set to be married this year. I was so happy when she said yes. Our relationship has been great, amazing communication, always smiling together, it's been wonderful. She knew about my past with Emma as I was very upfront with her about it when we first began dating, as Emma and I are still friends. Our families still get together for sporting events, parties, and hang out together all the time. My parents are really close to hers, and our siblings, 22M, 25F, 17F, 18F, and 19M, are good friends too. They are all really close, and they even have a weekly pizza night. I didn't want Sarah to feel uncomfortable at any point, so I tried really hard to let her know everything I could and take the right steps to show her that she is my number one. I would always include her in family events, make sure my family would spend time with her, and even tried to create our own rituals together. I adore this girl, I think she is incredible, and from the day I met her, I have been head over heels. She hasn't voiced a single problem to me about any of this until today. Before today, she would even encourage me to invite Emma over to get-togethers we have hosted, or along to movies or dinner with our other friends. I was under the impression Sarah really liked her, especially considering the extra effort she would make to include her. Sarah and Emma have always gotten along, and they haven't been anything but nice to one another. Today, Sarah told me that after taking time to really think about it, my friendship with Emma is weird and shouldn't continue. She gave me an ultimatum, to end our friendship, or she will end the relationship. She said she feels disrespected that I would even consider keeping someone I had a relationship with in my life. I couldn't get a single word in before she left to stay with a friend. I don't understand how any of this could happen. She seemed happy. This is meant to be a positive time in our relationship. She said nothing has happened between her, Emma, or our families. I don't know what to do. She has been blowing up my phone with texts, and I don't know what to say. I thought I did everything right. Emma and I are still friends, not overly close though, but we definitely don't cross any kind of boundaries together. We don't speak about anything inappropriate or do anything we should not. She is also in a relationship at the moment. We don't talk every day, and don't see each other one-on-one or very frequently. Sarah has also mentioned that she is uncomfortable with our family spending time together after we have broken up and wants me to put an end to that behavior as well. I can't control what my family does, who they see, or who they are friends with. They have been nothing but kind to Sarah. They make a real effort to make her feel special and even include her family. I don't know what to do. Is my friendship wrong? Should I talk to our families? Update 1. It's been a very eventful 3 days, and after all of the advice I was given on my last post, I thought I would share an update. I also want to thank everyone for their words of wisdom and kindness. I read every comment and took them all to heart. This update is long and not what I was hoping for, but what happened has happened. I couldn't get a hold of Sarah for 2 days. She wouldn't answer my calls or my messages. I'd left her a voicemail asking her to come home or to meet up somewhere for coffee so we could talk together, but it was never answered. I let her know I loved her, that she would always be first, but I heard nothing back. She's never been like this. If we had an issue, we would always talk it through. We even had a pact to never go to bed mad at one another, and we never have, but she didn't come home. She didn't even reply to me. At first, I thought she wanted some time to cool down, but it just kept getting later. I texted her, explaining I'd do whatever I could to show her how much she means to me. I explained the only reason I saw Emma was at gatherings for mutual friends or family friends that she tagged along to, or when Sarah invited her to events herself. I told her she didn't have to do that I didn't want it or need it, I only wanted her. I said I wouldn't attend any get-togethers I knew Emma would attend at all. I also tried my best to explain that our families were very close before Emma and I got together, and that I couldn't control who they were friends with. I did tell her we could talk, though, and that we could maybe come up with something together that would make her feel more comfortable. It took everything I had to not keep calling her to see if she was okay, but I didn't want to upset her further. I still hadn't heard from her by the afternoon of the next day. I tried to call her again, but it rang out. I sent her another message telling her I just wanted to know if she was okay and that if I didn't hear back from her soon, I would have to start calling her family or her friends. She texted me back straight away, "I'm fine, I'm not coming home," and that was it. I tried to call her. I knew she was right there, I figured she would pick up. I called, but she had turned her phone off. I didn't know what to do. I felt like my heart had been ripped out of my chest. I didn't know what would bring her home, I just wanted to talk. I wanted to make it better. I ended up going to my parents' house last night, which was about 5 minutes away. I was an absolute mess and didn't think I would cope by myself. It was about 8 p.m. when I went over, and I hadn't heard from her again, so I went to bed in the spare room. I was only asleep for a few hours when things started to hit the fan. My phone was blowing up, and it was all Sarah. "Where are you? Did you run back to her?" I had no idea what she was talking about. I told her I was at my parents'. I told her I was coming home. I begged her to please just stay. I was fumbling, trying to get myself dressed and find my keys. It was about 2 in the morning. I kept dropping everything. I wanted to be gone. I was halfway out the door when it happened. She pulled up into the driveway and was absolutely livid when she got out of the car. She was screaming at me, yelling her head off, and no matter what I did, she wouldn't calm down. The street my parents live on is fairly echoey, and she was being loud. People started flicking their lights on, and our neighbors started to come out onto their porches. It was a big crap show. My parents came outside too, and my mother started to try to talk to her. They have always gotten along well, and she wasn't responding to me no matter how much I tried, but Sarah wasn't having it. She told me she knew what I had been doing behind her back, that her family knew, and I was lucky enough to be given a chance to cut my ties and move on after having an affair for so long. For the record, I have never cheated on her, let alone had an affair. I love Sarah, I wanted to marry her and be with her. It didn't matter what I said, though, she wouldn't believe me, she wouldn't listen. She kept calling me every name under the sun. My mother asked her to please come inside to talk, that it was a misunderstanding, that I loved her, that they loved her, and we just needed to talk it through. Sarah started calling her a bleep, a terrible mother, an awful person, told her that she knew what I was apparently doing, and even encouraged it, how sick she was for that. My mother tried to explain herself, that this wasn't happening, and that's when Sarah slapped her. Out of nowhere, full force. I went silent, and my mother started to cry. Sarah started apologizing, over and over. It was instant regret, or at least it looked that way. It didn't matter, though, I ended it right there. I told her to go, that the engagement was off, we were over, and that she needed to get her things from my house. She was crying, still apologizing, but you can't come back from that. She hit my mother, who has always shown all the love in the world to Sarah, and for her to do that to someone, let alone someone who means that much to me, was enough. I don't know why she wouldn't listen to me, I don't know why she chose to believe these other people over me, why she wouldn't even talk, but it doesn't matter. I've never felt this empty. I gave 3 years of my life to someone who refused to even talk to me or believe me. I thought I knew her, I thought she was kind. How can you go so long with someone and not even know what they could be capable of? All I know at this point is that I plan to stay single for a while. Edit. My mother is one tough lady, and she is handling it well considering, but I haven't seen her this upset in a really long time. She was excited about our wedding, she thought Sarah was the greatest girl I've ever brought home. She considered her a daughter and a friend, which is what hurts her the most, I think. She's definitely getting there though, she even started cracking jokes that I just shouldn't date anymore and buy a dog instead.